Hello, good morning. Let's do some hand decorations. Yes, indeed. Rings, obviously, not just, colouring your hands with Sharpies, which I used to do to my tattoos before they were shaded in, Yeah, true story. Right, let's find some nice funky rings today, shall we? Well, that's a cute little vintage hourglass one. A little bit of wear to it though, which is a shame. And we've got a black one. I'm obviously looking for some, it would be nice to find some unusual ones, some vintage ones, some things to go in Whatnot shows, especially the charity Whatnot show on the 26th. Have I mentioned that? I hope you'll all be there. That's a cute little vintage one, little AB crystals, nice green stone in the middle. That'll probably go into... I might sell that one separately, it's cute. Neon colours. That one's broken. I wonder if that's silver though. Possibly. Keep that aside. Well, that's a cute little vintage one. That'll go into a vintage lot, I think. Pretty little purple stone. Oh, wow. That's got all the colours. That is stamped S925. Do we believe it? I don't quite believe it, but it is quite nice, isn't it? If it's not silver, I'll still put it in the colourful Whatnot show, because that is rather lovely, but we'll keep that aside to test. Little wraparound feather. That's quite sweet. I reckon that'll polish up quite nice. I might keep that one separate. Another cute little vintage one. A little bit of wear, but that'll go into a vintage lot. That'll just go into a rings lot. And rings lot for that. That's a cool one, isn't it? I wonder if that's had something there, maybe, that's like fallen off. Don't know. Probably put that into a boho lot. And that's definitely for pointing with, isn't it? Absolutely. Haha! The giraffe. Well, that's just hilarious, isn't it? Oh, does that say Betsy Johnson? Does it? It does indeed. Oh, well, that's cool. Nice. Proper chunker of a giraffe, isn't she? Ah, oh, she's cute. Again, that, harking back to that necklace of the girl kissing the giraffe. It is a bit weird, but as a ring, it's kind of fun. I like that one. That's one I'd sell. Little plastic one. Oh, that looks like gems, doesn't it? Stuck on there. It's got a bit of a deco look, but it's also got a little bit of a, wish version of a fancy ring. They'll probably go into a lot though. Oh, wow. I think this is kind of like a miracle sort of ring. Definitely got that Celtic look. They almost look like thistles on there, so I'll probably put that into a Celtic lot. Or maybe I'd sell it on its own, actually. It's quite a bruiser, isn't it? Quite like that one. That'll go in a lot. A ham's a hand one. Boho one. I'll probably put that in the boho lot. Little stretchy tiger's eye one. Glass. Gemstone lot. Little vintage one. I don't think it's silver though. Vintage lot for that. That looks like a bit of rolled gold wire. Probably put that in a vintage lot as well. And then I'll put that one in a gemstone lot. And that one as well. That little bit of amethyst chip. Of course, we're always on the lookout for silver and gold, but never really expect to find it. A little cutie. Can be worn as a midi in a lot. A froglet. Oh, that's fun. I'll save that aside for an animal themed Whatnot show, I think. Little croissant. Bit worn. And little channel set stone, Marks and Spencer's. That's probably silver plate, that one. That's got a pretty stone in it. Are those marks or are they just marks? I'll keep that aside and give it a scratch in a bit. That'll go in a lot. That'll go in a boho lot. Quite smart. Oh, a nice bit of stainless steel. 1970s. With some kind of gemstone on the front there. That's quite cool. That's quite striking, isn't it? Like that one. I'd sell that. That'll go in a lot. Snaky one. Wow. Don't know why he's growling. Don't think snakes growl, do they? I'll keep that for the animal bits. New on card by Rome. Wow, that's a bonkers one. I'll keep that with the new with tag stuff for my £1 Christmassy whatnot show. That's a basketball, isn't it? It is indeed. That looks like a hat. That's broken off something. I wonder if it's from that one earlier, which I obviously can't find now. Oh well, here we go. Was it off that? I think that was off that, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that matches up. So that was probably that. So I'm not going to test that for silver. That can just go in craft. That can't be a ring. I think that's a hair thing. I'll put that in craft. Ooh. That's an unusual one, isn't it? Like an arrowhead almost, isn't it? The enamel or... Weird. Quite like it though, so I'll keep that there. Another Hamza hand. Actually, maybe I can do a couple together as a lot, because that's quite a nice one, that, isn't it, with the enamel inset in there. Yep, I'll keep those ones together. That'll go in a lot. Oh, that's a pretty little vintage one. A little bit misshaped. I'll probably put that in a broken vintage lot. And that one will go in vintage. Gunmetal one. A lot. That one's probably silver plate by the way it's tarnishing. Plastic one. Oh, look at that. Bit like that one that was broken earlier, isn't it? But that'll go in a lot. Haha. An elephant one. Made to look like it's ivory, but it's plastic. I'll keep that for the animal show as well. They can go in boho lots. An earring. I think I've had that one. So I'll keep that aside. Ooh, like a mystic topaz style one. Oh, that's very pretty, isn't it? That's a fabulous stone. I don't think it's going to be silver, but I'll keep it aside and test. It's probably silver plated copper by the finish of it. But that might go in the whatnot show, because that's beautiful colours in there, isn't it? It's fun. Rings lot. Rings lot. Rings lot. Nice bit of Murano style glass. Keep that aside there. Is that stone or plastic? I think that's plastic on there. That one's had a bit of an accident. Hultquist. So it's a bit like Pilgrim Hultquist. Hultquist. That's kind of fun, but that'll go in a lot. Cute little vintage, made in Hong Kong. Just needs a bit of reshaping, but I'll put that in a vintage lot. Stone's a bit loose in that one. We know that feeling, don't we? Yep. And that one is just, It's been set rather poorly, that one. Oh, that's quite a nice bit of tiger's eye. That's cool. I'll put that into a gemstone lot. That's probably a mood one. We'll see in a minute what kind of mood I'm in. Do a rings lot for that. Oh, that's pretty. Quite a bit of wear to it, unfortunately. But the ring itself is quite nice. Are you going to change colour or not? Maybe it doesn't change colour. I'll put that in broken vintage. Someone can maybe polish off the silver to reveal the underneath and put that in a vintage lot. That one I'll put in broken vintage as well. Nothing on that one. Oof. Big sparkler. These will go in rings lots. That one I'll put in a boho lot. I think that's like carved bone. That's got a Pandora-esque look to it, but nope, no marks on that one. And we've got a little, was once gold plated possibly, but all worn off. Princess Diana. Lady D. A stretchy one. But these will mainly just go into the rings lot. That's a little vintage one, bit worn now. Put that in broken vintage. And that's a nice one. That can go in the vintage lot. Rings lot. I think that's plastic. That's a bonkers one, isn't it? Again, you could do some damage with that, couldn't you? Whee. Yellow dome. Missing a little stone on that vintage one, so I'll put that in broken vintage as well. I like the ombre colours on that, that's quite nice. Cat's eye glass, vintage lot, rings lot, and that one, and that one. Got a tiny little vintage one there. Rings lot. Is that vintage? No. Rings lot for that one. And that one. Some very Y2K kind of things in here as well. What's that? Is that like a little mouse or something? I think it's trying to be, but it's not really succeeding. Nope. Oh, I like that one. That's nice with the malachite. That's in nice condition. Oh, I like that. Probably a gold plate on there. Yeah, that's nice. I like that one. Might wear that one now. Why is my cat meowing? Because she's always bloody whinging about something, that's why. I want to go out. I want to come in. I want to go out again. Always whinge, whinge, whinge. That looks a little bit, not Kate Spade, the other one. You know who I mean, but I don't think it is. That's probably a rose quartz in there though. Missing a little stone, but I'll put that in. Gemstone lot. And then what's that? Is that meant to be a little bug or something? No idea. Faux little signet. Oh, that's kind of fun, isn't it? Is that vintage? Don't know now. I'll put that in. Rings lot. Plastic. A scarf ring with a Scottish thistle in, so I'll put that in a Celtic lot. Well, it looks like golden colour, doesn't it? Don't think it's going to be, but we'll give it a test. Eye. That's a fun one. Sparkly eye. In a lot though. And that one. And that one. Pearlies. I think they're real pearls. Yeah, they're real pearls. I'll put that in with gemstones. Gunmetal. That looks vintage, doesn't it? Almost a bit Viking. Put that with vintage stuff. So many costume rings from China and that. Tiny little star. That's got nice like texture to it. Shame it's just not finished very well. The vintage looks a bit like Sarah Coventry. That'll go in a vintage lot. Oh, whoa. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh, there's holes going through there. Why would you put a random hole there and a hole there? Unless it's off something else. I don't know. Could it be off a necklace? Weird. I'm going to keep that there and give it a scratch. See if it's like made of something interesting. Ah, a little birdie, but I probably won't put that in What Not Show. It's missing a few crystals and stuff, so that'll still go in. Rings lot. Enamel butterflies. Does that say something there? Might be runes or something, but nothing special there. Oh, that's a nice vintage one. That's got all its crystals. I like that one. Pretty pink. Rather fancy cocktail ring. Yep, that's one I'd sell. That looks like a bit of nephrite on there. Bit of wear though. Could probably polish up nice. I'll put that in a vintage lot. Oh, lucky horseshoe. But missing stones. I do really like this malachite one, that's nice. And then what's that? That might be jade. Quite possibly. Can keep that aside to test. White howlite. Missing stones there. Ah, gothic cameo type one. I'll put that with the cameo stuff. I thought that was going to be fish bones then, with little laurel leaves. I think at some point someone spent a fortune on these, isn't it? And then worn them loads. That's quite a pretty one, isn't it? Bit too much wear, but if that was in perfect condition, I probably would have put that in the What Not Show, because I love that colour purple. That's nice, but bit too worn. Obligatory now. Rate the now, please. Marks out of hoot for that one. So go from silent to hoot, please. Yep. Missing a stone from that. New with tag one. I'll keep that over there for the £1 show. Evil dolphin. That's a pretty little gem in there. Quite nicely finished that it's open at the back. I do quite like that one. It's well made. So we can test that one in a bit. Test it on his maths. The swirly. That's That's a nice little vintage one there. Put that in a vintage lot. What is that meant to be? No idea. Glass dome one. You can buy these ring blanks separately and then stick on whatever you want and pretend like you've made some jewellery. I suppose in a way you have. Oh, that's a pretty one. I like that with a matte gold tone. That's dinky. I want to do like a dinky jewellery show at some point, you know, like really delicate stuff. And that's kind of suitable for that. I might test that one just in case. Pretend citrine one, foil back. V-shaped ones that are meant to make your fingers look longer. Another froglet. I amuse myself, it's fine. Another one with a nice stone in it. But they look slightly discoloured, don't they, the green? Bit of plastic faux ball. Got a little mountain of rings next to me now. Ah, that's a bit of carved shell. I'll keep that aside. Chunky plastic. I think that's silver plated copper, that one. I can just sort of see the copper coming through. And pour them all out. Oh, that's a cool one. I like that. So like tension set glass there. I wonder if that's steel or if it's plated. Oh, it is signed something on the inside. Ah, 925. Excellent. Oh, that's cool. That was unexpected. I like that one. We'll give it a proper test though, just in case. That's got a cool brutalist look to it. I quite like that. I think I might have sold something like that before. Oh, Celtic colour changing one. That's kind of bizarre as well, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like that one. That is a 2-finger ring, isn't it? Or a little basket. Could be a little basket. It could be a little... Is that a Swarovski? Like, you put a bottle of wine through there and do that? Is that what it is? I think that might be it, rather than... I mean, yeah, you wouldn't want to wear that as a ring. I think that is a Swarovski ornament. That's for the doll's house, obviously. I'm sure I'll find some wine in there. That looks like garnets, probably. Put that with gemstones. Pretty leaves. That's stamped 925, so we'll keep that aside to test. That's got a nice shape to it. That's fun. A printed vintage one. Quite lightweight Luxor steel. No. And that one will be like probably gold over stainless steel, diamond etched, vintage one. Little flower. That's heavy. So that's probably a bit of glass in this. Yeah, it's glass. I quite like that one though, because it's just got a weird look and feels like quality, you know. plastic flower. That one, not sure what that means. Probably like, is it like an or something? That'll be lapis lazuli in there. Might sell that one. That one will go in a vintage lot. A cow. Bit too worn though, so I won't sell that one separately. Oh, that's a handsome one. Not signed. Unsigned vintage beauty. That'll go in a vintage lot. Plain band. Very mucky. Look, mucky. I bet that was quite nice when it was new. It's got a bit of a George Jensen-esque sort of look to it, but definitely isn't. Crazy. That vintage? No, maybe not. Oh, that's handsome as well, isn't it? I don't think I can see any marks on there. I think I can see copper coming through, so that'd be silver plated copper. Again, I bet that was lovely when it was new. It'd be nicer if it was in platinum and diamonds, obviously, but there we go. Can't have everything, can we? Look at the colour change on that gold tone there. With the oils in people's skins. That's an unusual shaped stone, isn't it? It's a shame that that's all worn down. Someone obviously loved it, but that is a cool shaped stone. The colour changey one. Another one that wants me to think that it's gold, just like that one, but probably isn't, but we're going to test anyway. Pinky salmon colour really, isn't it? Like peacock feathers. That's one for the boho lot. Ha ha! Oh my god, look at that one. Froggy with frog's legs. Oh, he's so well worn though. But that's so unusual. I think I will keep him for a whatnot show because that's bonkers. Love that. Maybe I could just clean him up a little bit. Do you open up? No, you don't. That is fun though. I'll keep that with the animal stuff. Little pinky stones. Bow. That's come off something, don't know what. That's quite cute, but a nice little vintage, possibly gemstone one. That was vintage lot. That one's missing a stone there, but that's a vintage one as well. So I'll put that with vintage broken. Little halo one. Oh, sparkly heart. Quite chunky. And gunmetal. Bit of quartz in there. I think these are plastic, those beads on there. That's quite cute. It's got a bit of a Monica Vinader look to it, but sadly not. That would have been quite nice. That little vintage one as well. What does that say? Made in England. Oh, it's like for arthritis or something, isn't it? A gemstone one, but very, I mean, that could be polished up. That might be nice as copper, actually. I put that with a gemstone lot. Someone might want that as a little project. Another halo band. Another one of those for vintage lot. That's a pretty colour stone, isn't it? Wonder if that's worth testing. It's probably just silver plate over copper, but just in case. It only takes a scratch, only takes a minute, girl. And then what's that? Does that say like made in Hong Kong or something? I think it says something. Or is it just, it's like crimped. Sea Gems one. Now that one will change colour, won't it? Oh, there you go. I'm going blue. I'm going blue. There we go. Cool. That's a nice, that's got a lovely sparkle in there. What does that say inside? Well, that says S925. I don't believe a word of it, but we shall test it just in case. That one says sing, 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 sing. Oh, there we go. And is that going to be, yeah, that's, well, that one is putting me at green. Greeny blue. Oh, there we go. Okay, fab. Right, let's do some testing. First of all, I just need a bit of paper. And a hard surface. What do you think, folks? I'm not sure on that one. I'll have to do more research. I have had a Whitby Jet, solid Whitby Jet ring before, but it hasn't been like this. This could just be like ebony wood or something. So more research to be done there. Let's get Sid for a bit of stone testing. Well, that's nothing. And that's nothing. What about this one? And that is indeed, well, what do we say? Nephrite or quartz? Could be a white nephrite jade. I'm leaning more towards jade because I've definitely had that coloured jade before. So that's cool. Why did I keep this one aside? Probably just glass. Oh. Well, that one's going up to ruby. And nothing on that one. Little reaction on that one. Could just be lab created ruby, see? Interesting. Okay. And then what about that one? Probably just glass. Yep. Probably just glass. I think that's it for stones. Okay. Interesting. Just stop saying that. Okay. Is it silver? I mean, no, because we can see thing there. No. Silver over copper. You can see a little bit of the copper coming through there, but I think it is quite a nice stone, isn't it? So that will go into the charity whatnot show. That one definitely looks like silver. That one isn't, but I am going to put that into the charity whatnot show as well, just because they are lovely and colourful and joyful, aren't they? And worth it for £1, isn't it? Nope. That one's silver over copper. Nope, that one is also silver over copper. And that one. And that one doesn't want to scratch properly. It might be rhodium plated. Well, let's take a look. Eek. Bit too much solution came out there. Right, that one definitely is silver. So that's awesome. Chuffed with that. Nice. And then that one isn't, as we suspected. And let's have a little scratch of these. I think that's nothing. Don't even know why I kept that one out. And this one. I wonder if you're silver. Narp. I don't know why, I just like this one. It's just pretty and dainty, like me. Curious. And then these two, which I don't think are going to be anything. Got very bad scratches on them. They don't want to scratch easily. Now, bizarrely, that one is staying a little bit, but that just might be because it's plated. Those two are nose. I think it's just because it's gold plated. I think. But I do really like it because of that matte gold tone. It is still roughly there. It was completely unmarked, so weird one. Weird one, but I like it. And I do like my malachite one, which I'll probably keep. I quite like them. And then we've got a nice chunky bit of silver and glass. That's quite cool. It's very kind of 60s, 70s looking, isn't it? Yep, that's fab. And then other crazy bits. Oh, we had some of them the same, didn't we? Other crazy bits. Yep, nice one. Well, what a weird bundle of stuff that was. Got a giraffe's head and some other lovely bits. Okay, shall see you tomorrow for some necklaces, I think. Probably. Bye-bye now, bye-bye.